But speaking of guns, a tragic incident has unfolded in Awka, the Anambra state capital, after a 10-year-old boy accidentally shot and killed his father, a serving police inspector, with an AK-47 rifle. The officer, identified as Inspector Okoli Amechi, was reportedly at home when the child accessed his service rifle and accidentally discharged it. Unfortunately, the bullet struck the officer fatally in the back and also injured a sibling who was nearby. A police spokesperson, SP Tochukwu Ikenga, confirmed the heartbreaking incident in a press statement, saying that Inspector Amechi was rushed to the hospital but was declared dead by the attending doctor. The injured child is also receiving treatment and is responding well, and authorities have since recovered the weapon, and the inspector's remains have been deposited in the morgue. Of course, this incident is raising fresh concerns about the handling and storage of firearms in homes, especially those of our security personnel, and it's clear that we need stricter safety protocol. RIP to the man that passed away. Unfortunately, that boy has a lot of trauma to unpack now. Let's take a look at social media. At Sakizi says, I keep wondering why the Nigerian police force allows their officers to go home to their various homes with assault rifles, knowing fully well that they live among the masses and at homes they are not protected. Do they consider incidents like this or even attacks to the exposed officer while alone? We just saw that the FRSC is considering withdrawing guns from their service members, so this is a very timely conversation. AfroConnect says, this is truly heartbreaking. This incident serves as a painful reminder of the dangers of firearm accessibility in homes and the importance of proper gun safety measures, especially around our children. May his soul rest in peace and may his family find strength during this devastating time. Indeed, team, I thought that this story was very, very important to take, because we have parents at home who, unfortunately, are not always very vigilant with things like this. Children get their hands on anything. I was seeing in one case a pastor who allegedly brandished a firearm, or now what we're now finding out is a stun gun. Firearms everywhere. In Benue, youths are being encouraged to take up firearms themselves. What do we make of this?
It's sad that that incident happened. Nobody would have planned for that, but taking a revolver home is a little bit strange for me. Taking a rifle home, a service revolver is more like it, where you can put it in a box and lock it or something, but a rifle, no, that's really bad. Maybe the Nigerian police and all security organizations have to look into that. For Pastor Paul Adefarasi, thank you for doing the right thing. Thank you for going to the police and showing them what you had in your hand. That's what a responsible person should do, not just a responsible leader, a responsible person. The Chief of Defense Staff says there are internal leakages in the Nigerian Army, or members of the Nigerian Army stationed in Benue State. Things like that happen during conflicts, and it's good he has identified it, and we believe that something will be done about that.
Thank you.
And I'll pick it up from there. I am particularly not happy with the Chief of Defense Staff making that statement there, because, of course, it's general knowledge, number one, but there, where there is conflict, because your people are still there, and they are to ensure that there is maintenance of security. The people will not work hand in glove with them. The people will not trust them with the statement you have made. Public relations should teach you to know when to say certain statement, where to say it, and how. And perhaps it could be a slip, I don't know, but as it is, the people may not trust the military who are underground, and perhaps it will overflow even to the police, not trusting them, because there's already a trust deficit. With this one, the gap will get wider, so he should have known what to say, at what time, and where. And for the matter of Pastor Paul Adefarasi, kudos to you for doing that. I remember I mentioned it here that it was a stun gun that he was holding. And then for the policeman that was killed by his son, unfortunately, it's sad that we see that happening. I was expecting that he must have gone through trainings on how to keep that kind of weapon, but unfortunately, his son found it. And then we must situate stories appropriately. In Benue State, the youth are not being encouraged to pick up weapons. The governor has said that they should not allow self-defense, but the military is saying train them to be part of local security. Doesn't mean that they are arming them.
Not by the governor, Veronica, just to clarify, it's the online sentiment, not by the governor.
No, because you mentioned it, and that's why I said I needed to clarify and situate things. So what we say here is critical. We know how these stories trend, and the videos we do here trend. So it's proper.
Not a public official, not the government. I said people are being encouraged.
No,
online,
you said that they were encouraged to pick up weapons, and I'm saying that is not the story.
I didn't say by who.
We'll move forward, and I'll start with Pastor Paul. You know, the thing that baffles me is that, you know, when we spoke about it earlier on, you know, Veronica has said it was a stun gun. I'm like, but now my question is, why did he point the stun gun at the person? Because it wasn't needed, because the person was a bit far away from him. But let's not even go deep into that. I'm happy that he went to the police and, you know, he was able to just sort that out. So we're happy for that. Now, I want to go to the story of the little boy that shot his father. I'll take you back, Olamide. In Ghana, a few weeks ago, a certain blogger, GH blogger, his girlfriend was playing with a gun, and automatically he took the gun and he shot her and the girl died. Now, my problem is that people need to understand that guns are not toys. These are things that kill people. I'm sad about the fact that you know you have children and you're an officer. Your gun should not just be lying anywhere around. And I'm really happy you took this particular story, because it will serve as a lesson to other, you know, police officers that are parents. A gun is not a toy. It's a serious element. It kills people. Because the story in Ghana also really hit me. And now hearing the story again, shooting somebody by mistake, that boy is going to be traumatized for the rest of his life.
Absolutely.
It's a sad one. It's a very sad one.
For being accused for killing his father. It's a really sad one, frankly speaking. But I'm really concerned about what happens to the boy now. I mean, would he be charged for, I don't know, you know,
he's a minor.
It's a minor, I mean, 10-year-old, obviously. But, you know, my dad retired as a senior custom controller of customs. He used to sometimes come back with his rifle at home, you know. But then where that thing is, I don't care what you do, you can't get to it. And that's where the discipline of our officers come in as well. You need to know how to, if you have to even take it home in the first place, which I don't know if that's right for them to do, but if you have to, you know, it, like you said, it's not a toy item. For Pastor Paul, at the end of that conversation, Olamide, you mentioned that it's a prohibited item, a stun gun. If that's the case in Nigeria, which therefore then means Pastor Adefarasin shouldn't have even had it in the first place, you know, that the police should keep looking at. And for our military, all we want is an end to killings in Benue State and all across the country. Talk shopping is not what we want. We want an end. QED.
We want to see actions.
Period. Thank you so much for those wonderful submissions, as always.